Hi, I'm Keisha of 3D Pop-Up Shop, and I'm here with my co-host, Tanika,
Hi.
and our virtual co-hosts who are the Black and Brown businesses, selling on 3dpopupshop.com, and our business friends and family who are going to be joining us on this panel this evening. So today's topic is, what did school did not teach you?
Oh my
Okay?
gosh. What did
I
school did not
mean,
teach you?
okay, in regards to business, okay, we're not talking about doing your hair, we're not talking about doing your nails, we're not talking about all of that, but in regards to business, the business side of things, what did school not teach you? Now, let me explain to you something. All right, we come on here every so often, it's not consistent, but every so often, right? And you are looking at some educated sisters here. Me, I can speak for myself that I am a master's holding citizen of society. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I could have just stopped in my high school degree. I'm not even going to lie to tell you, no shade to all of my brothers who and sisters who have holding 2 degrees and 3 degrees. But when it comes down to business, you don't learn unless you are in it. And that is the honest God truth. Because there are so many things that you have to learn outside of just adding up the dollars and adding up the cents and making it make sense. There are so many things that you have to know and learn, and you actually don't learn until default that you're in it. You're like, oh shit, I gotta file these taxes for my business? Oh, well, damn. I mean, I heard that I have to do this for me and me only, but what is this business thing that I have to do? What is this business taxes that I have to do? I'm talking about, this is me 10 years ago trying to figure out what is this business tax thing all about, because I'm trying to be legit up in these streets. Did school teach me that? No. And I promise you that all of the MBA people of society did not go and learn straight up how to file your taxes and all of that stuff. Let me tell you something. And even if that's the case, this is like literally one-on-one business studies. Like, first of all, let me back it up quick. School don't teach you to run a business. School teaches you how to be a consumer. They teach you that you want to go to school, get a good job, so you could buy all the goodies from somebody else. So you can go and make somebody else rich. But you yourself have to be running on this rat race constantly, because you have to work, pay bills. And you do it all over again. You work, you pay bills. You work, you pay bills. But what are they teaching you as far as an entrepreneur, as a business owner? Huh? I'll wait. Huh? Oh, okay. I didn't hear nothing from y'all. Maybe it's because I didn't bring y'all in. But let me tell you something. Y'all could drop some comments in the comment section while we discuss this. But I'm going to ask Kanika real quick fast. What did school not teach you as a business owner? What did you have to learn on the job? I'm interested to know, because I know I've watched you blossom over the years and struggle over the years. So you let me know, what did school not teach you in regards to running your business?
School did not. I'm glad you actually touched on taxes, because that's actually the number one thing that I wanted to talk about tonight. I did not know anything about taxes aside from the fact that I owe Uncle Sam money from every single paycheck that I earned from the time I started working at the age of 14. Okay. And and that wasn't even any type of elaborate education that I received. It was just, go to work, don't worry about it, you're going to have to pay taxes. Okay, so you just take it as something that's going to happen. But running a business, when you have to understand how to pay your business taxes, as you mentioned, and then how this works is payroll taxes, it's income taxes, it's self-employment taxes. Like, you're getting taxed left, right, center, up, down, all kind of ways, as if somebody done beat you for stealing their last cookie. Okay.
Right.
So I did not learn anything about taxes and how to minimize your tax bill. What, like, when you, like, I didn't even understand what a 1099 was. Okay, and that's as an employee, and as a business owner, you have to dish out 1099s if you're going to hire contractors, right? You have to dish out W-4s for them to sign so that they can get their W-2s, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
employees that you hire can also get tax paid their taxes. I didn't understand all of that. I didn't understand what these tax codes were. I didn't understand what percentage needed to come out. Every time when we first started and we were doing the taxes, there were so many letters coming from the government because they're like, yeah, you filed as this entity, but we're going to change it to this because this is wrong and that is wrong. And it was a whole bloody mess. And you're probably thinking, well, just go and get an accountant. Well, you know what? This is about what school did not teach me. I should not have to hire someone who did a specialty like an accountant to understand what I need to do. That base is like basic mathematics. One plus
Oh,
one
okay.
always equals two, right? And that's what I needed for my business. So that's just the big
Oh,
one. But don't worry, I got more for you.
oh, okay. But you said somebody talking about how about you hire? Did school teach you how to hire someone?
Hmm.
Because let me tell you, it's not that simple. It's not that simple about hiring somebody and having them work legit for your business. That's not simple. Okay. Sure, you could tell somebody, yeah, come do this for me, and you slip them a little something under the table. That's cool. But when you're ready to file your taxes and you have to account for every dollar that came in your business and you can't show that you gave away some of that money, so now you owe more taxes than you can give. Oh, okay. We're
Yep.
going down a whole rabbit hole right
Yep.
now. Okay. But let me tell you something. We're going to bring our sister Dejani Brown into this conversation
Yes.
because we need to hear some more perspective on on all of this. So welcome, Dejani. So I want to say we're talking about what did school not teach you in regards to running your business? Give us some pointers, what you know, what you didn't know, and then introduce yourself and let us know who you represent, what brand you represent, and bring it to the table tonight.
Okay, so hi, I'm Dejanay Brown. They call me DJ. DJ for short is very easy. And I happen to run a marketing agency where I was a graphic designer and a web designer, and I developed this marketing agency. And then now I own a co-working space for women because we don't have these spaces where we feel comfortable enough to be ourselves and thrive in our environments. So as a creative, I knew that I needed that type of space. But I will say, school didn't teach me my entire career. When you're in school, they basically teach you to go and get one of these like jobs, like a lawyer or like a doctor, or like that's what they tell you to do. You're gonna go to school, you're gonna become one of these things, and then your life is supposed to be like great and set, right? That
Mm-hmm.
you at least not in school I was in, I didn't know like graphic design was a career. I didn't know like marketing could be a career. They don't teach people that look like us that while we're in school. So this is something I picked
Uh-huh.
up, just like having a love for the arts and having a love for tech, and then I put them together and I started doing this, and then I realized this is a full blown career. We make a lot of money in this industry, but a lot of people that look like us don't know that. So we,
Right.
even when we pick it up, we start really late, and now like we are up against the people who've been doing this for like 20, 30 years, and sometimes we may feel less than. And then I had to learn that no, we are still just as good as them. Like I've been a corporate designer before, and I'm like, this is like kindergarten designing, but we don't know that, and you're getting top dollar to be at these companies and do these basic designs. So
Mm-hmm.
a part of what I do now is like I like to educate young people, grab them when they're in high school, grab them when they're young, and let them know like you don't have to be what they want you to be. There's other careers such as this. There's another route you can take and still make such an impact and still make the money that they're telling you that you're gonna make in these careers. I'll probably make more than what you get starting at like a doctor or like a lawyer. Like they don't tell you don't really make no money when you first start,
No.
and you're in a
No.
hell of a lot of debt.
Right. Right. Girl, and you done press on a trigger for me because you done said
Soft
debt
spot. Yep.
and you don't get me started up in here today, okay? Don't get me started up in here. No, but I
Debt.
definitely feel you with that because school don't teach you how to do and run your own thing. They want you in a box. And everybody from the time you're small is trained to be a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Those are great careers, and no shade to any of our brothers or sisters in those careers. But let me tell you, you're still not running your own show in those careers. Okay? You're still beholden to somebody in those careers for the most part. And so until you are running your own business, your own practice, even, you don't really know how to navigate the world. And I definitely agree with you where it's like they keep you on this straight and narrow path and don't allow you to explore other things, especially our brothers and sisters who don't go the extra mile and do a
Mhm.
post graduate degree. You know, people who do not go past high school don't necessarily get the opportunity to explore other areas that they may
Mhm.
actually excel in at that. And that's a whole nother ball of wax, because once you excel in that area, now you have to really like get the coins and manage
Mhm.
customers. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So, okay, so I clearly messed up your name in the beginning because I
It's
said
okay. Everybody
Dejani, and I
does.
said it like I butchered it. I went in and butchered it at least 5 times.
It's
So I'm gonna
okay.
let everybody know it is Dejani. Okay. So can you explain your brand, what you do, and again, and where people can find you?
Yes, so my marketing agency is called Branded Creative. You can find me on Instagram at Branded with two D's at the end, BRANDEDD Creative. And then I'm online at Get Branded with two D's again.com. And that's where I specialize in building, basically allowing small businesses and building them up to come across and basically compete with these higher brands. People think starting a business means you need a bunch of money and you're gonna have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Where it's people like me who have a soft spot for small businesses. I've done design for corporate people. I've done made those large companies a lot of money. Now I want to help smaller brands and help them excel, because some people have great ideas. They just really don't know what to do with it, or they don't know where to start. So that's kind of where I like step in. And then I have Girl Code Lounge, which is a co-working space for all women. I've been at WeWorks, and no shade to WeWorks, but they're very bland and very cookie cutter, and it's hard for creatives like me to really like build that up. Like I don't get, I have no inspiration when I'm in a place like that. So there was a place called the Wing. However, after like doing reviews and speaking to some people that look like us, they didn't really feel welcomed. So now I created the space,
Mhm.
and you are able to come and you're able to get all the same amenities that you were getting there, but you don't have to change who you are. You can be yourself. You want to talk how you want to talk, please, I am there, I listen. You you want to maybe have a drink on a Wednesday afternoon, we do wine Wednesdays. Like I opened up that space where you feel comfortable. You don't have to I feel like nobody should have to change who they are to fit in.
Awesome. I love it. I definitely love it. So thank you so much for joining us this evening.
It really was a pleasure, especially hearing what you guys have to. I thought only I like have my rambles at home. Like this is bullshit. But after like really like hearing you guys, I'm like I go through that, especially with the taxes. That is hard.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
Hitting
like
us.
happy to break even.
Don't listen. It's a sore spot. It's a sore spot. But thank you again for joining us, and we'll definitely have you back on.
Oh, anytime.
Awesome. Kanika, she done touched upon some things.
She sure
Okay,
did. She
she
sure
touched
did.
upon some things.
Ain't nothing
First
she
of
said was a
all,
lie. Ain't nothing she said
okay,
was a lie.
let me tell you something. She also, I mean, okay, so she touched slightly upon that whole idea about, they're teaching us a whole bunch of everything, and all we doing is collecting debt while we in school. It was
Yeah.
just kind of even the simple fact of paying back debt. That's something that businesses need to know, because on top of there's many debts that business owner could get into, whether it's a business loan, whether it's a lease on a rental space, whether it's a lease on a vehicle. there's a lot of debt that businesses, just regular credit purchases, there's a
Yeah.
lot of debt that businesses can get into that
Oh,
they don't teach us properly on how to pay back pay back debt in a responsible manner. You know, it's not that people are just trying to accumulate debt and not pay back. It's not that
right.
people are just, if you have a business sense and you can come up with an idea and sell an idea to people, I highly doubt that your role or um, your whole idea behind all of that is to accumulate debt and not pay it back. Like, give
Right.
me a break. So
Right.
I definitely want to hear from you what else that you have loaded in your, you know.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what you just said before I go into my next point. They don't even teach you how to acquire healthy business credit, right? A lot of
Yeah.
times when we are starting these businesses, we don't even know how to acquire capital in order to start these businesses. We don't know what's out there, how to even write a pitch, like how to write an elevator pitch and stuff like that. Like what I need money to start these businesses. And before the age of, the whole digital expansion where you could do a lot of stuff online, you need money to do products. You need money to advertise. You need money for all of this. And it's just like, how do you acquire healthy credit, healthy business credit in order to do all of that? And how does your business credit differ to your personal credit? It's like your credit score for your business. I can't remember the name right now, but it's something Dunn's number. It's like
Uh-huh.
these are this is different terminology and different knowledge that
Yep.
businesses need. And a lot of times you go into it and you're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to use my personal credit card, or I'm going to use my personal debit card, and I'm going to make sure I work extra hours to put this in. But it's like you can really acquire, a small loan to help you jumpstart your business. You could acquire a small credit card with a small balance to jumpstart your business. So it's like stuff like that we don't even learn how to do stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's literally learning on the job. And
And it's
you
painful.
learning on the job. And it's so painful.
It's so
Now
painful.
you tell me, like any career where you learn on the job without somebody telling you how to do it. That is a recipe for catastrophe. Can you imagine a pilot learning on the job?
Right.
Hello. Hello,
Right.
somebody. Can you imagine a surgeon learning on the job?
And they would never do that. You know why they would never do that? Because these employees understand that the more time that it takes for you to pick up a task, that's money that's coming out of their pocket. So
Mm-hmm.
they would never do that. They'll be like, oh, okay, either you come in with the skill or you come in with at least 98% of what they're looking for. And then you could be trained to 2%, but you better pick it up fast because time is money. So they wouldn't even
Right.
allow you as an employee to come in and do that. But as a business owner, as a small business owner, shit, you learn on the spot every day. Every day. And you're just like, oh, wow, this is why people do this. This is why they hire these people. This is like, it's ridiculous.
It is
But here's the
crazy.
next one that I, recently I've been like, oh my gosh, this has been my new pain. A P&L
Okay.
statement. Okay? A
Oh. Mm,
P&L statement. Here we
mm,
go. Profit
mm,
and loss statement.
mm.
There's
Because
so
you
many layers to
literally,
this. I can't even get into it because when I tell you I'm still in the beginning stages of it, at the time of this live, I am in the oh, look, my earring done pop out. Mm. But it's gonna stay off right now. I'm gonna take off the other one too because we're about to get into this conversation, right? Because the P&L statement, from my very novel understanding of there's so many layers because you have to understand what is costing you to run your business, what you're getting
absolutely.
in, and then you have to compare it to what you are actually losing. What areas of your business are you losing money? You need something like that if you want to go and buy property in your business name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't think
Yup.
about this. But all
Yup.
these people are doing it and they're like, oh, they're buying this and this LLC and this S Corp and that C Corp and all of that. You need a P&L statement because that's what the bank is looking for. Because the
Yeah.
bank is a business and they like working with businesses, not individuals. P&L statement. That's my next big one.
Oh, girl, you there in
And
advanced economics 301. Okay,
right,
at this point. They do not teach you none of that. They really don't
nothing.
teach you none of that. Anything that is causing you to balance your books, they don't teach you that. Unless you go into accounting and that is your specialty, you do not know how to do that. They don't teach you that. And that is something that it's almost like balancing a checkbook.
I was just
You
about to
know,
say that.
it's almost like balancing checkbook, but they don't even teach you that in
I
school.
was just about to say that. They
Just
don't
to
even do
balance
that.
a checkbook. And Kanika, and now let me tell you something. Gen Z don't even know what a checkbook is. So let's not even clutter
There it is.
the waters right now, okay? Because Gen Z
Exactly.
only know about PayPal and Zelle. They
That's
don't
it.
know about nobody's checkbook.
Some of
So,
them don't even know what presidents are on hard cash. They don't
oh,
even
see,
know.
no, no. Now because they don't even sing about that no more. But
They
okay,
don't.
but we digress. The whole thing is a mess. It's really a mess, and this is why we here today to really talk about what is school not teaching us as business owners. We're here on some look. You got to learn on the job. That's basically what it is. Learning on the job. I can tell you the most basic sense. They don't teach you how to get a customer. Very basic. They don't teach you how to get a customer. And you may be like, well, it's easy. Is it now?
Is it?
Because
Is it though?
there's a lot of people who are still struggling. You may have got one or two customers before, but now you're struggling to get your third customer.
Right.
Maybe you got 10 customers before, but now you're struggling to get your 11th customer because you really don't know how you did it, or you don't know what you did to bring them in. You don't know where they found you, how they found you, why they are coming to you. You don't know what it is. That's why you can't repeat it over and over so you can get to your 100,000. You can get to your 100 million or your million and 100 million or your billion.
Yep.
This is why. Because if you knew how to do it, you wouldn't be here watching this program right now. Because you would be on your yacht
Facts.
sipping lemonade. That's it.
Yep. Reaping
Okay?
the benefits of all the knowledge that you have.
And reaping the benefits of all the knowledge that you had. You see, it is madness. They don't teach you how to get a customer. They teach you how to be a customer.
Yep.
They teach you
Yep.
how to go and spend the money that you made
Yep.
from a good job, from getting a
Yep.
good job. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
And you know
No.
what it is? Being an employee is easy. And so
Oh.
it's easy to train like millions of students how to do something that's easy so that you constantly have people to work your businesses. And if you think about it, if they are not teaching all of these things in school, then how are these business owners popping up? How are these businesses coming to be? You know how they're coming to be? Because they are talking. They're passing information from one to the next. That is what this platform is about. Passing on information from one to the next. Because guess what? It doesn't matter. We're not telling you not to go to school. We're not telling you not to get any no higher education or postgraduate education if that's what you want. We had a whole episode. We did a whole live on whether post higher education is worth it. So definitely go back in the archives and watch that. But we're not telling you that. But what we're saying is that we need to share information with each other. We don't need to share information on what you have to do to apply. They teach you how to write a resume, do they
Oh.
not? They have whole courses on resume writing, right? They teach you you have to be in school on time because you need to have that skill for when you're an employee. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They teach you that you're
Mm-hmm.
going to get a half-hour lunch because that's what you get when you're an employee, right? They
Yep.
teach you if you do good, you get good grade because that's what you need when you're an employee. They
Yep.
teach you those things so that you are groomed and well prepared to be an employee. But how are
Yep.
the McDonald's of the world coming about? How are the Fashion Novas of the world coming about? How are all of these musicians coming about? Because that's a business that you got to run in and of yourself. How is it
Yup.
coming about? Because they are sitting down here and they're getting guidance, they're getting mentorships, they're
Yup.
speaking to each other, they are in like-minded groups with
Yup.
each other to say, oh, this is how I did it, and you do this, and you do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, and they learn from each other. So this platform is what you need to use to take advantage. That is what Keisha and myself have done. I mean, I'm going on a whole spiel here, Keisha.
No,
I mean,
I'm feeling it.
you pass me the mic, and I'm running with it. Here we go. I'm going for the
I'm
championship,
feeling
right?
it.
But
I'm listening. I'm on the edge of the seat listening in because I'm just like, you ain't
right,
saying nothing but a word, Kanika. You're not saying nothing but a word.
right,
The school does not teach us how to run things. They don't teach us how to think and how to get through. They teach us how to regurgitate information. They
and
don't
that's
teach
it.
us how to work through our problems.
Just about to say that.
Something as simple as even like working through stress. Oh, they all about the physical. They all about, okay, let's do some physical education, gym class. Oh,
Right,
yeah, it's all about that. But how do we protect our mental when things are not going right? Okay,
right.
when you're running the ship and things are just not going right, when you're the leader, there's nobody above you and you just cannot get this ship back on track. How do you protect your mental when you don't know where to go for answers? You don't have a mentor. How do you protect your mental? Do they teach you that? How to properly channel your emotions and your feelings and your ideas so you can execute at the highest potential? Do they teach you that? No. They teach you to regurgitate whatever the hell the teacher told you and you can get your A. No,
That's
okay?
it.
We're bosses up on this platform. We're
That's
business
it.
owners up on this platform. Why? Because we got inspired to actually run our own thing. We got inspired to give our talent to the world, to share with everybody all that we can offer, the products that we can sell, the products that we can build, the products that we can develop. We decided that we have more to offer than punching in a time clock, okay? A time card. We have things to offer. And now that we said that we have things to offer, sometimes we feel as almost that we hit our ceiling at times because there's always a new problem that we have never discovered, that we never knew about. Hiring, doing taxes, um, getting a sale. None of this is even possible if you don't even know how to get a sale from strangers. Because granted, you may know how to get money out of your friends,
Yep.
you may know how to get money out of your family, but out of strangers, do you really know how to get that dollar out of a stranger?
Right.
Do you really know how to advertise your business? Kanika, the internet is integral to everybody's business nowadays. It's
Yep.
integral. Do people
Every
even know
single person. You can't
how
name
to?
one industry that the internet does not play a pivotal role in it. Go ahead, try me. Try me. Go in the
I,
comments.
I
Try me.
can't. I can't.
I'm like, try me. Try me if you want to. Okay?
I'm
Not
not.
one.
And I'm not. It is integral in every business out there. Whether you have a brick and mortar or if you have a full online business, the internet is integral. This is how people find you. Like legit. There is no yellow pages. Oh gosh. Now
Mm,
we aging ourselves
aging
because
yourself.
the younger generation don't know about yellow pages.
They don't even know what books are. Dictionary. Stop it. Stop it. Oh boy. We're going on a tangent. Oh
We
boy.
going on a
Oh boy.
tangent. We
We
going on
lost
a
them.
tangent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and granted, okay, let's play devil's advocate here. There's people who may be like, okay, listen, I know I'm new school. I know that I'm not, the older generation, but I know that I could just go to the internet and just Google something and get answers. But finding answers and implementation is two different things.
That's it.
There are a lot of guidance out there for your taxes. There's a lot of guidance. If you're going through the programs, the different programs, H&R Block Online, Tax Act Online, all of these programs would allow you to get help while you're going through it. But the problem is there's terminology that you still cannot figure out. that you are going to take 3 and 4 and 5 times as long to figure out than somebody who specializes in it. And guess what? Time is money. Let's
Yeah.
say it again together. Time is money.
Money.
We're not going to sit up here and act like we have all day to study on how to be an accountant. We have all day to study on how to be IT, to be a graphic designer, to be a marketer, to be an HR exec.
And you
We
know
don't
what?
have all day to do that.
And you know what? I would play devil's advocate on what you just said, right? Because this brings us back to one of Keisha's earlier points, where she said they didn't teach us how to hire someone. Someone can easily be like, well, I'm not going to spend the time in doing that. I'm going to hire an accountant, a marketing agent, a graphic designer, and all of that. Okay, sweetheart. So how are you going to pay for them when you don't have customers coming in? When you need income coming in to pay them, because these are individuals, remember, they have been trained that if you work hard, you get a good job, you're going to get a good income. These ain't no flyby positions that we're naming here. You heard our guest today as a graphic designer make big time money as a graphic designer. So now here I am, little small mom and pop business going on, and I'm supposed to come up with big time money to pay a graphic designer who went to college, probably went to graduate school for this? Really? Okay. Either way, they don't teach you how to manage, they don't teach you how to budget money so that the salaries make sense. To say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, how much money do I need to make in a year growth to account for all of these salaries, to account for, you know, all these other expenses, so that I don't have to use my time doing accounting. I don't have to use my time doing HR. I don't have to take my time doing marketing, graphic designing, advertising, and I can take my time to go out there and, get more clients, talk about the business and get more clients.
Kanika, they don't teach you how to go to or get manufacturing deals. They don't teach you that.
No.
Because then everybody will be at the top.
Right.
Everybody will be at the top. And society don't work when everybody's at the top, when everybody's
Especially
eating.
This society, capitalism does not work like that. And so
It
capitalism,
doesn't.
in order for it to function, they need more employees than business owners.
Exactly. So they're not going to teach you this, boo. They're not going to teach you. Being an entrepreneur and being a business owner is learning on the job, like legit learning on the job. It is the most crazy and insane that we are 10 years in the game and we are still learning new things every day.
Literally.
We're still learning new things. And we're just like, dang, how is
Like
it that
thing?
we are still struggling with XYZ? How? Because every day is a new thing. Even
Right.
as the world of business evolves, okay, there's new technology coming out. Now, the whole rave right now is AI. I mean, I'm not going to get into it because we're going to dedicate a whole episode to that. But right now, that is the new thing. So now people who came up and built their business on the YouTube of the world or built their business on Instagram, now you got to learn a whole new thing. And you got to figure out how to integrate this AI, artificial intelligence, with your business. How to keep your business afloat.
Yeah.
How? We are constantly learning. You can't stay still. You really can't stay still. I am like a big advocate for mentorship and for education. Self-education, though, because you may think that, okay, going to a specific program or a specific school is going to be your ticket to financial freedom. But the reality is that all around you is education. Everything around you is education. When you go to your pop-up shops and you see that your pop-up shop is a failure, that's education. Okay, when you see that you go and you basically sell out your whole inventory for Black Friday, That's education. There's a lesson to be learned with all that you do in business, but you got to make sure that you learn that lesson. Whether it's positive or negative, you have to make sure that you pull out the lesson in all of that, because you will always be you will always be left behind. Always be left behind. And yeah, this platform really highlights the struggles and the accomplishments of Black and Brown business owners. But honey, our white friends across the pond, they know the answers. They have the keys to the kingdom. You make sure that you are in those circles too. You make sure that you are learning from Susie's too, and the Jonathans too. Okay? Because they may not be readily volunteering information to you, but when you are sharing a cup of coffee with somebody, or if you are at a conference and you just listening to somebody on the stage, you got to take everything, and you got to put it back into put it into practice. You're not going to learn unless you do. You know how some people get stuck? I'm rotating topics here. But there are some people who get stuck because they want to say that they want to wait 5 years or 5 months, or they want to wait a whole year to launch their business because they want it to be perfect. But darling, it's not going to be perfect until you start, until you get in there. All right? You're not going to know what the banks want from you until you go in front of a bank and they reject your ass. Legit.
Facts.
Legit. And then you could come back. You're not going to know what you need for that business grant until you sign up and then they reject your ass. You're not going to know unless they accept you. You're not going to know unless you do. That's the whole point. You got to get your hands in it. Get your hands in it. Okay? Yes. Get your hands in it. Because if you don't get your hands in it, you're not going to know. You think I knew? You think my parents taught me how to run a business? No, sweetie. As a matter of fact, they damn near cried when I'm like, yeah, I'm launching on my own. They're like, they damn near clutch their pearls and almost had a heart attack when they hear, oh no, I'm not going to the white man to punch in a card. No shade to anybody, but I'm just saying that I'm launching my own, and they almost had heart failure. Okay, because it's nerve-wracking not knowing. It's nerve-wracking. School did not teach me how to deal with the unknown. I don't have an everyday payday. Okay, I have a sometimes payday. Okay, sometimes on a Monday, sometimes on a Friday. Okay, sorry, my voice getting real cultured there, real cultured. But you understand, Kanika, you understand what I'm coming from, right?
Absolutely.
They don't teach you how you balance your monthly bills, because those monthly bills are real consistent. Okay, those bills are real consistent. T-Mobile, they be wanting their money very consistently. Okay, Verizon, they want their money very consistently. But the problem is that your customers are not paying you consistently. They don't teach you that. How do you get a consistent payment from your customers? How do you get consistent customers rolling in? How? Please, somebody, Kanika, do you have anything else that really like racks your brain on that we struggled in the beginning? They don't even teach you how to create a damn business card. Okay? Yeah, sometimes you think, okay, well, I could do this, I could do that. But there are always more effective ways to do things and get your name out there. There are effective ways. Right now, I'm trying to figure out, how do we get this TV commercial going? How? Okay. But then how do you get the money to get this TV commercial going? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And then how do we get the money to pay back the loan to get this TV commercial going? You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we are still trying to figure things out. We are still in it, trying to win it. And I don't know about you, but if you are not learning every day, then you're you're a hobbyist or you're a consumer. Straight up, a hobbyist or a consumer, because school did not teach you how to do this business. And no matter how many 3D pop-up shop episodes you watch, you're not going to learn it all from here. And you're not going to learn it all from anybody on this platform on YouTube. You're just not. Okay? You got to get in it. You got to get in it. I don't care if you're a lawyer. I don't care if you're a doctor. I don't care if you're a dentist up in this. You're just not going to know. You're not going to know. You're not going to know. And you don't know where you're going to get your inspiration from. You're not gonna know where you're gonna learn from. Don't knock the candle maker. Don't knock the makeup artist. Don't knock the nail technicians, the masseuse. Don't knock those people who may be in it. Don't knock the TikTok content creators, because there is something that you could learn from everybody. You see Kim K? Kim K. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Kim K, who specializes in nothing. But she damn well is running an empire of nothingness and making money from it. There is something to be learned. Am I not lying, Kanika?
You're speaking the truth. You are.
I mean, hello. You don't remember when you're like, Kanika, Keisha, there's crickets. It's crickets on our Instagram page. It's crickets. Now our page is booming. Okay, to the point where we literally don't even, it's a machine, it's a well-oiled machine on its own. How did we get there? How? If we didn't do, how? If we didn't just trial and error, because school is not going to teach you. It's just semantics. School is just there to teach you the basics. We have to read, we have to add. The basics. You got to know how to read. You got to know how to add the basics.
And follow directions.
And following directions. That's it. How to be a team player. That's it. But as far as how to be a leader, you're not going to learn that. You're not going to learn that from your school. Even if you're in college right now, they're not teaching you how to be a leader. Here's something for you. For all the college heads, college just teaches you how to think outside the box, how to explore a different alternative motive or methods, idea of thinking. They're not teaching you how to run your business. Keep that in mind. So if you're waiting until you graduate from college to start your business, then you might as well don't start. Because by the time you start, you're already behind. Because people started 2 years ago when they were a sophomore. So, Kanika, I'm going to let you wrap this up. Let the people know. Should they just drop out? Are we telling them to drop out of school? What is the message here? Because I want us to let them understand we are responsible adults. But there's a message behind all of this, and I want to make sure that they don't miss the message and don't block their blessing.
Listen. We are all for education. We are all for formal education. We are all for the standard K through 12, post education, if that's your thing, all of that good stuff. You just need to keep in mind that if you are wanting to take back your time and free up your life and create a different life for yourself, for your family, your future family, whatever it is that you have as your reason for going into entrepreneurship and business ownership, that don't go to school thinking that, oh, the more formal education I get, the better I will be in business, because there are so many things that they do not teach you in school. You learn by trial and error. You learn by being on the job. So whatever you decide to do, just keep that in mind, that school is not teaching you what it is that you really need to know in order to own your own. And that's all I'm leaving you with tonight.
And there it is. So until next time, drop your comments in the comment section, and we'll see you at the next video.
We'll see you on 3dpopupshop.com.
Bye.
Bye.